In the next 5 minutes, you'll learn about 5 thinkers that rewrote the rules of the world. Through their big brains came big shifts. 1. Isaac Newton.
If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants.
Translation. I didn't do it alone. Everything I figured out was built on what came before me. Newton gave us the math and physics to describe how everything moves. Falling apples, orbiting moons, tides, you name it. He invented calculus, a kind of math built to deal with things in motion or constantly changing, like acceleration, curves, and growth over time. If algebra is a still photo, calculus is a video. So yeah, he's the reason some of us cried in high school. He also cracked optics, the science of light. He proved that white light is made up of colors by splitting it with a prism. This changed how we understood vision, color, and the behavior of light. And gravity, that was him. Before Newton, we didn't have a good answer for why stuff falls. He turned what used to be mysterious, like why the moon doesn't fly off into space, into something predictable, using his formulas. He took the chaos of the universe and made it something we could measure. 2. Charles Darwin.
A man who dares to waste 1 hour of time has not discovered the value of life.
Basically, if you're bored, you're not paying attention. Darwin looked at nature and saw a story, a long, brutal, beautiful one, which led him to his big theory: evolution by natural selection. Species that adapt survive, and those that don't, well, don't. He shifted biology from static labels to a dynamic process. It's not about what things are, it's about how they became and how they might change. It's not random, it's not magic. It's a constant battle to survive, reproduce, and pass on traits that work. Before Darwin, biology was about classifying things into neat categories. He turned it into a story of change, how life emerges, struggles, and transforms. His ideas still stir up debate today. But whether you agree or not, he gave us a lens for understanding life as a slow, ongoing struggle toward adaptation. He didn't just shake up science. He redefined how we see ourselves, not fixed, not special, just part of the natural world. 3. Galileo Galilei.
All truths are easy to understand once they are discovered, and the point is to discover them.
In other words, things feel obvious after someone's brave and curious enough to find them. Galileo didn't invent the telescope, but he made a better one. Then he pointed it at the night sky and saw Jupiter's moons, sunspots, and the phases of Venus, leading to the realization that not everything orbits the Earth. That helped confirm heliocentrism, that the sun, not Earth, is the center of the solar system. And the Church, they were not happy about that. He also laid the foundation for kinematics, how things move over time. You drop a ball, he could tell you how fast, how far, and how it changes mid-fall. Basically, he just rolled balls down inclines and timed them, but this laid the foundation for physics. He was one of the first people to really test ideas by experiment, not just theory. That's modern science being born. 4. Marie Curie.
One never notices what has been done. One can only see what remains to be done.
We're wired to focus on what's missing, not what we've already built. Marie Curie didn't just break ground, she shattered it. She discovered polonium and radium, unlocked the power of radiation, and opened the door to atomic research. She basically opened the study of radioactivity, or, as I call it, how pesky unstable atoms release their energy. Her work helped unlock nuclear physics and led to radiation therapy. In medicine, she was the first person to win 2 Nobel Prizes, one in physics, one in chemistry. Not the first woman, the first person. She worked in rough lab conditions, no high-tech gear, just persistence, precision, and raw focus. Her breakthroughs changed how we see the atom and what's possible when you break it. 5. Albert Einstein.
Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world.
Einstein didn't just solve equations, he dreamed up possibilities. He gave us special relativity and general relativity, theories that showed how time and space bend, depending on how fast you move or how much mass is involved. Time isn't fixed. Gravity isn't just a force, it's the warping of space itself. It's weird, but real GPS satellites even have to correct for it, or they'll be wrong. He showed how energy and mass are the same thing, or at least two sides of the same coin, through his famous equation, E equals mc squared, an idea that, unfortunately and impressively, led to nuclear energy and the atomic bomb. But even with all that math, he stayed imaginative. Because even with all that raw genius, he believed that creativity mattered more, that in science, imagination isn't optional, it's essential. These weren't just smart people, they were curious, creative, relentless, and willing to rethink what everyone else accepted. They didn't just add facts to the world, they changed its shape. So learn from them, think big, stay sharp, and stay curious, because we're still learning.